Welcome to Cinema Gulp. This is John. Today I'm going to do a quick shot review for Swiss Army Man.
You just have to remember that we're all here for a purpose, and the universe picks its time.
I need you to help me get home. Okay, buddy?
Okay, buddy.
Swiss Army Man was directed by two guys named Daniel, so the film is credited as directed by Daniels, plural. It's a very interesting, unique film. It's kind of a whimsical film that deals with kind of this magical realism at times. You never really know what's real and what's not. Well, the cast is Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. Basically, it's the two of them through the whole film. The one other actor you might recognize is Elizabeth Winstead, but she plays a minor role in this film. Paul Dano is playing Hank, and Daniel Radcliffe is playing Manny. Hank has run away from his life that he feels is devoid of love. We find him lost on a tiny, deserted island, and as he prepares to hang himself, he notices something wash ashore on this island. It happens to be the dead body of Daniel Radcliffe. Manny is a rotting corpse with constant flatulence due to gases escaping his decomposing body. From there, the film takes off on a strange, magical journey to help both Hank and Manny find home and what it means to be alive again. And basically from there, that is where the film just literally takes off on a fart jet ski. Traveling across the ocean, still lost in the wilderness, and the rest of the film is them trying to find their way home, having this relationship. It sounds very strange. How does somebody have a relationship with a corpse? But that's where the magical realism of this film kicks in. The corpse essentially does come to life at some point in this film, and they have this relationship and this friendship that grows throughout the film. It's such a unique, interesting relationship that you see grow between these two guys. Paul Dano's character is a character we've seen him play before. He's this innocent, kind of sweet character. Daniel Radcliffe is hilarious in this performance. It's got a lot of physical comedy, him playing the corpse and playing up what he can and can't do, obviously, but it's pretty funny. I'd say this is one of the best performances I've ever seen him give. It's really a performance that's helping me start to forget him as just Harry Potter and see him as a true actor who's branching out and doing different things. But both actors are great in this movie. I really enjoyed watching the friendship grow and see the sadness that both of them are enveloped with start to fade away and then both become happy, loving characters. It was just a really sweet, interesting movie. But it's also a very strange movie. If you've seen a trailer for this movie or heard anything about it, it's pretty much as weird as the trailer or what someone would tell you about this movie lives up to. It kind of is like a Spike Jonze or Michael Gondry type of film. It has this whimsical, comedic style to it, dreamlike at times. I really like the way that this movie was shot. It has beautiful cinematography. It uses a lot of soft focus at times with kind of dappled sunlight. Great atmosphere all throughout the film. It really has this nice warmth to it at times, but at other times when it needs to feel cold, it has that same effect. The atmosphere is great in this film, and I really love the way it was shot. I really like the production design at times in this film as well. They build some models out of trash, and these little sets that they make out of these models are great looking. That's the part that feels like a Michael Gondry film to me, where it's got all these really intricate little models that are used to help tell the story at times and help build the relationship between these two characters. Like I said, it's such a unique film. It's got so many aspects that are just not your normal film-going experience that I really would recommend it for anybody who likes just off-the-wall kind of unique films. If you're a fan of Michael Gondry's films, if you're a fan of Spike Jonze, if you're a fan of the style of film that Lars and the Real Girl was, it fits into those kinds of films, I would say. There are some third act problems. The way it tries to wrap up the story isn't as clean as I would have liked, but it's a unique ride most of the way through. It does fall apart a little bit at the end, but the title, Swiss Army Man, that basically pertains to how the dead body is used throughout the film. And it lives up to that title. There are so many unique uses that Daniel Radcliffe's body magically is able to perform in his dead body state. He becomes this tool that Paul Dano used to survive and make his way out of the wilderness. So that's where the title comes from, and it lends to some of the very humorous moments in this film. It's definitely a comedy overall, that's the tone of the film, but it's a very touching, sentimental film as well. It certainly has some beautiful things to say about being a human and being loved and what it means to be alive. It all works in its weird, strange way. I think the film sums up its own tone and identity with its very final line. The very final line of this movie is, "What the fuck?" And that's the best thing I can say about it. It is a what the fuck kind of movie, but one that I think can certainly be enjoyed, and especially because the performances are so well done. These are two great actors and very funny at times, that it's just a very enjoyable, sentimental kind of film with nice touches of humor throughout. So I'm going to give this, for the chug meter, I think it's such a strange film that only the right kind of audience is going to enjoy it. I think most people might sit there scratching their head saying, what the fuck? So I'm going to give this probably a 6. For my own personal take, I'm going to give it about a 7.5. That's my review for Swiss Army Man. Hope you enjoy the review. Give us some comments and likes below. Check us out on Facebook and check out all of our other reviews. Thanks for joining us on Cinema Gulp today. This is John. We drink your cinema.
I drink it up!